Welcome to the Beauty Roundtable with all my beauty babes. Hello, dolls.
Hi.
Aren't they just fabulous? Y'all can do like this because they are fabulous. They're all that in a bag of chips, as my nephews would say. But anyway, I know that you guys would be so excited to learn, what do the beauty experts use? What do the beauty experts love here at HSN? Because they have beautiful skin, and you guys, your expertise is just wonderful. We love when you come on the Beauty Report. So hello, Nikol Johnson,
Hello.
Jennifer Walsh, Vincent. You all know them. You've come to love them just like I have. So I want to talk about, what are your favorites here at HSN? Your favorite products that you said, you know what, I cannot live without it. Because I know we have a lot.
Yeah.
But if you had to narrow it down to just your top three.
It is so hard. It really is. I mean, every time I'm here, I'm like, oh my gosh, why are they doing this to me? There's so many great products. I mean, one that really stands out for me because I've seen it's just changed so many women's lives is the foundation from Temp2. Just because I see it in the studio and I test it out on the women and it's so easy. And that, to me, is literally taking like a professional foundation application and making it available to everyone.
Sure.
So
absolutely.
that is, I'm definitely partial to that. It is just so easy, and it's like techie, so you're just taking your foundation routine up a notch. So I personally think.
Because you had an 80-year-old who used it, right?
I did.
I was blown away.
She is so beautiful. She's 81, and so she was my most recent client that bought it.
Oh,
so it works for anyone. So no one can say, oh, I can't do it.
Right.
You can do it. Everyone can do it.
So
Gives
that
you
was
the
a life
flawless
changer.
look too. I mean, it's really just.
It's really flawless. So it's one of my favorites here.
Okay, so that was one. I'll come back for two more. And what do you think?
Oh, that's hard. It's always changing. So it depends on the season. It depends on what's launching. And every time, like you, whenever I come, I'm like, oh, come on.
Like we're heading into winter. I'll make it easy. You're heading into winter. What products do you need to moisturize your skin and get ready?
I love the Korres. I
Okay.
love
I do
everything that Korres does. I mean, they're from their body soufflés, their body butters, and their shower gels and their body oils. It's kind of
fantastic.
and the scents are so beautiful, and the essential oils that they use. I mean, it's.
We can go on.
I could go
on and on and on.
I could do a whole thing about just their brand, but I do love. I think they're great. They're hydrating, especially going into the winter months. So it's one of my top favorites.
One of your top favorites.
Yeah.
And what would you say, Erin?
Well, I am a makeup lover. Like, that's my
Makeup
first
junkie.
true passion. So I love Benefits products, and I love their brow line. Like, it's amazing. Their Gimme Brow is one of my go-to products. Just brush up the brows. It adds color and shape. It's like my go-to. If you can't do much, you got to do your brows.
Can't leave home without it.
Exactly.
Well, I know you've been a manager for MAC, Clinique. Talk a little bit about your background. How did you become a beauty babe, a beauty expert, if you will?
I kind of just fell into it, actually. I started at the age of 18. I started working at some cosmetic counters, and it's like, oh, this is fun. But actually, since then, I've never stopped. I've always been in makeup. I went on to manage a few other retail makeup stores. Then I went to cosmetology school.
Okay.
Then I started working at salons, and then now I work for one of the top modeling agencies who actually also has a artist division.
Wow.
So I travel around and I do production work, photo shoots, and I just do makeup on lovely models all day.
And one of the top modeling agencies in the world, by the way. Yeah, congratulations. So how did you get your start? Because I know you started like the first beauty boutique.
Yeah.
The beauty bar, right?
Beauty bar, yes. I started out as a makeup artist back 20-some-odd years ago, and then I fell onto TV in 1997, and people were asking me questions about these crazy products I was putting on air that no one had ever heard of, and I said, why don't I just open a store that way I could sell the products I'm talking about? And that was my first beauty bar in 1998, and I sold the business in 2010.
Wow,
so I grew it and had great people working with me and a great team, and I loved it. I loved learning about the products and teaching people and educating, and it was really fun. So now I consult for brands both in the U.S. and abroad, launching new stores and new products and new ingredients.
And going on movie sets and all of that, runways.
Yeah, it's fun.
Such an exciting life. I don't know, Cole, I know you were discovered, this supermodel from Miami. Tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, I was a model, and I was exposed to around makeup artists and everything for a long time. But I've been doing makeup and skincare since high school. Like when it comes back to it,
So this is natural.
Yeah, I really feel like it really was. And then in '96, I became a professional makeup artist. Then in 2000, I went back to school to be a licensed esthetician.
That's awesome.
And then I opened up my own studio in 2006, and I worked for a lot of different companies, being an educator. I loved educating. But I really do love hands-on working with clients in the studio. That's where I really get to work with a lot of these products and see what they really do, and I see what my client's skin does. And it's just, my whole life's been beauty. So as I wake up and then as I sleep, it's all about beauty. So it makes me very happy.
I love it. And I know we were talking earlier, and Jennifer, you were saying, give your best advice. It has something to do with.
Yes, it's true. I mean, even no matter how old you are, I think the best advice is just the most beautiful thing you can do is smile. And I think people that smile are beautiful, and you just kind of radiate that inner joy and happiness. And I think that's what you should walk down the street with always. And sometimes in New York City, I get a funny look.
I know.
Why are you smiling? But
they're like, what do you want from me?
Yeah, that's exactly it. So but I feel very happy and lucky, and to be able to do this with some great people, it's really wonderful. So very joyful.
Very joyful. And what would you say, your best advice? What would you give the person out there who just wants to feel beautiful?
I feel like my best advice would be, number one, never sleep in your makeup.
Ooh, have you done? Can we raise our hand? I've done it. I've slept in my clothes. I said, honey, I'm just gonna lay here for a second, and then he's like tugging me, Debbie. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Makeup.
Exactly.
But that's good advice.
It's one of my top tips. Don't sleep in your makeup. Drink a lot of water and get a lot of sleep. Unfortunately, sometimes you can't cover up things that you're lacking, if you need water. Exactly. So you need to prep your body, and then you'll glow from inside.
Yeah. Okay. And what would you say, Nikol?
Since the girls, all the experts took my, I think that one thing that's really helped me is that as we go through the day, it can get a little, you feel a little down sometimes, or you feel kind of just exhausted. I love doing a facial spray.
Oh, yes.
So it's like psychotropic when you have essential oils in it, whether it's lavender or uplifting or eucalyptus, and you spray it on your face and it like refreshes you. It's almost like it's hydrating your skin, obviously, too. But sometimes I just have it in my bag and I just need to, whether I'm flying or I'm feeling like, oh my gosh, I can't go on. It just kind of gives you that hydration, that kind of pick me up, and that's been one of my little beauty secrets.
It's a good one. It's a good boost.
Yeah, especially that scent. Okay, now let's talk about the worst advice you've heard. I'll start with me. Okay, I had a friend who said, if you have bags on your eyes, just put Preparation H on there. That's what I do. And I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? And so she said she would, I kid you not, she'd put Preparation H on her face and she'd wake up and it would, there's no swelling,
But that's only like a one-time, once a year, you can just.
But you've heard that?
Yes, it's a backstage.
Yeah, it actually does work.
It works.
Really?
But not all the time.
Not all the time.
No, like she said, once a year,
like once in emergency.
What is my husband gonna say?
I know, like, what are you doing?
No, and you're only really supposed to
put it right here.
Yeah, that's it.
But if you put it all, you're gonna dehydrate. You'll be a racist.
Yes. Yeah.
But it really will remove your bags. Okay. All right. Okay.
That's a good one.
That's a good one?
That's a really good bad one.
That's a really good bad one. And you guys have heard of it. I thought, oh my goodness, this is gonna be so good, and y'all have already heard of it. So what else have you heard out there? Because grandmothers, like my grandmother's 96, and they tell you things to do, and have you heard anything where you're thinking, girl, where did you hear that from? Because that's just not what you should be doing. That's not happening. Have you heard anything kind of weird advice when it comes to makeup? You see them with they put the little fruits over their eyes, and I mean,
I've heard a lot of weird stuff. Like I know some people that told me to put No. 2 pencil on my eyebrows. Or some people that put mascara in their eyebrows, like a black mascara.
Okay.
I mean, I guess it's like everything's, if it works for you,
it works for you.
Yeah.
I think the worst thing is if you're using things that are not meant for the face or not safe for the face.
Right, right.
Like a DIY home remedy,
There's a lot of those. You have to be careful of how it will affect your skin, or like people have told you to make sure you stick your face in a vat of ice cubes.
Oh, I heard about that.
Which, sometimes it can wake you up really fast, but it's not good for your skin. It will dry out. You will really irritate your skin and make it really, really red.
Okay.
So you have to be really careful. Like when you do the DIY, you have to just be cautious.
So don't open up that freezer
and dump your face in ice. It could be very painful.
Yeah. And another point I'd like to talk about is, don't you think beauty comes from within? And I know that you see clients every day, and you were just telling someone, I think in their 70s, where they were complaining that they needed to bring some products back. Because sometimes our expectations can be just so great. And isn't it about embracing who you are, where you are at that moment? Because we're not going to get any younger.
No. Yeah, I think that right now it's hard because there's a lot of social pressure when it comes to beauty. Besides, we used to have magazines, but now we have all of this content where everything's filtered 77 times,
that's
right?
Yes.
We don't have one filter anymore. We have so many where you can really alter. And I think that we lose the real perspective. And so I think when we really take heart in and know we're using a really great skincare line, and really, saying positive affirmations and really accepting our beauty, because everyone, no matter what, you have a scar, you have freckles, you have, whether you have melasma, that is who you are, and you accept it.
Embrace it.
You just embrace it, and And that, when you start allowing, then you really start to feel beautiful, because it's not about, how can I change? Or, so we have wrinkles here, or we have, I have a pigmentation spot. I've grown to love my little pigmentation spot. I'm like, oh, there you are today. I'm so happy to see you
I have a little mole right here.
And it is what it is, you know, but you just be able to accept it, because then you can move on and really be able to get those rocking brows, because you're not worried about the spot on the side, you know?
Right, exactly.
I agree 100%. 100% with that.
Oh, great advice. I'm so glad that I had this time with you.
I know,
babe.
it's so fun to meet everybody and be with you. So thank you for having us.
Well, thank you. Absolutely. You can come back anytime.
Okay.
And I want to end on that, what is it, that big smile? Can everybody just look and just give that beautiful smile? It's all about smiling and letting that inner joy come out. So I hope you embrace who you are. You are beautiful just the way you are. I hope you can take some of these tips and even feel more beautiful. But if you have any questions for the Beauty Babes or myself, just go to beautyreport@hsn.net. We'd be glad to help you, but remember, you're beautiful just the way you are.